Hello, my name is Roberto Hernandez. I'm going to give a presentation about the military about during the Mexican Miracle, which happened between 1940 to 1970. Okay, the reason why I chose this group compared to the other groups was because after doing the research and reading the textbook, I thought really it was really interesting, especially during those times of an economic growth. All right, so we're going to talk about um, how the military affected Mexico. Okay, so we're going to talk about how Mexico joins World War II. The reason why Mexico joined World War II is because when Germany sunk the two ships, so basically what Mexico did was become an ally. An ally was the United States. Okay, so we're gonna talk about the United States. The United States helped train and gave fund to the military in Mexico. So basically, what the United States was bring its troops to Mexico and trained soldiers in Mexico. And also, what the States did was that they brought like professional officers to back to the United States to get advanced training. Okay, so we're gonna talk about Manuel Avila Camacho. He was the president for 6 years. He's really interesting because he lowered the budget for the military, which was really interesting because the budget before his term was at 18%, but then when he became president, the budget decreased by a lot, which I was shocked. It was 2%. Okay. An interesting fact that I found was that the States still funded Mexico through the years. So it was basically 1946 through 1971. And what I found really interesting was that I mean, the United States gave more funding to Mexico compared to other Latin American countries, which is really interesting. We're gonna talk about the pre-party because the pre-party basically is kind of the fundamental of this whole thing. Because the pre-party changes the budget. It focused more on other things instead of the military, and you would think that that Mexico or the government would focus more on the military, but they didn't. Okay, so we're gonna talk about the post World War II. So um, officials um like Avila, uh they were taken over by civilians. So the military was getting controlled by the military, which I really thought was interesting. Um, we're also going to talk about the military, how it was used. One example that comes to my mind is that when the student protests, a massacre happened. So that's an example that I can give off the top of my head. Okay, so the reflection on this topic is that I didn't think that the military really gained a benefit from the economic growth that Mexico had during this time period because of how its budget went down instead of going up, which was really shocking to me because you would think that a country would want to give more budget to military, but they didn't. So I guess Mexico never learns.